Okay, so today we're going to discuss, there's a new partnership between yourselves, Ekkosense and Efficiency IT, and it would just be good, I guess, to understand a bit about the background, how it came about, and of course the important thing, what the partnership is actually delivering, what's it offering?
Yeah, so we've been working in the background with Ekkosense for a while now, but we've officially launched the partnership this year. Really, it's our view has always been to offer the best value and the best approach to how we can support customers with their data centers and their critical environments. And really, Ekkosense, partnering with Ekkosense really was just a natural thing for us to be able to give people a couple of good options, really a couple of the best options available, really, when it comes to visibility of their critical environments. So offering the top tiers of monitoring platforms, monitoring software, monitoring environments from a sustainability perspective, ESG perspective, EED perspective. When that eventually happens, really Ekkosense was the natural choice for us to start working with those guys, and obviously with Venessa and Matt Farnell, and obviously Dean, and I can't forget Dean and the team. What they produce is a fantastic platform. So it really fits well with how we try to support customers.
I think from our point of view, the synergy between Ekkosense and partners, the capabilities with the two partners, that when they come together, it provides a lot more value for the customer, and that's why we really do it.
Okay, and in terms of the challenges customers are facing, which this partnership, if you like, is designed to help them overcome, what are you seeing out there? Where can you think you can particularly help?
Well, we're coming off the back of this energy of the energy crisis, and I know from talking to Venessa and Matt and Dean, Ekkosense helped hundreds of customers. Is that fair, Venessa? That's probably about right, isn't it?
Yeah, we have lots and lots of installations. We have over 500 data centers.
Yes, so helped loads of people get through that energy crisis and provide loads of value there. So really, it's not just about energy, but it's about really the sustainability of people's environments, legacy environments, new environments, all of them really. And the Ekkosense platform really does enable us to help people, help customers, enterprises, as well as colo and the hyperscalers, really, granularize what they're using, how they're using it, and then being able to optimize to make really substantial savings.
I think we've got a few different areas where we can help. So that we can mitigate thermal risk because of climate change, all the different things that are happening, the hotter summers and everything. We can help provide visibility for edge data centers where clients have got lots of smaller installations. Then we can provide that visibility across their estate. And then also with the new legislation coming in, we have the KPIs built into the platform that actually helps people report really, really easily in a very consistent and auditable manner.
And then also, if you think about the practical stuff, moving on from visibility, we have the ability to almost preempt. The Ekkosense platform is going to pick up on possible failures or failing infrastructure much quicker than traditional systems can do. So we're able to be far more proactive when it comes to spotting anomalies in cooling environments or in power environments. So another really important feature, certainly something that people talk to us about, is how we can mitigate risk. Certainly the ability to be able to model scenarios and get an advanced look ahead if there is an item of infrastructure that is beginning to work outside of traditional parameters, then we know that there's an issue and we can at least go and investigate it. So that's a huge thing.
Yeah, you mentioned the word modeling there, and if I've got it right, sort of virtual reality and digital twins, I think synonymous with both of the organizations. So just be good if you can expand or explain a little bit as to how you use those technologies in terms of helping customers with the pain points that you've outlined.
Yeah, so go on, you go, Venessa.
Okay, so Ekkosoft is an operational tool, and it gives you a live digital twin of your infrastructure. So in terms of modeling, it can do a little bit of capacity management. So if you need to add some more IT load into a room, we can help with that. And you can actually use a VR headset and walk around your data center as well if you want to.
And that's one of the beauties of that platform. It fits very well with what we've been doing with our kind of VR design process around the modular facilities and traditional rooms. We discussed it a few months ago, back end of last year, Phil, with the ability to actually really kind of visualize what a room might look like in the first person with a VR headset on, same as the Ekkosense platform. So really has it kind of takes modeling and visibility to the next level, if you like.
Yeah, and if I'm allowed to use the word which has perhaps been a little bit discredited, or the acronym DSIM, I'm just intrigued whether I'm allowed to mention it with. How does what you are doing, if you like, differ from D? Because I think DSIM's had various iterations, but perhaps is best known for not always delivering what it promises on the tin. So yeah, just how would you compare what you're doing with a traditional DSIM solution?
So traditional DSIMs connect multiple systems together and provide a single pane of glass for a data center manager. But they don't generally have the machine learning capability that Ekkosense has. There is quite a lot of machine learning around nowadays, and it's built into all kinds of systems. But what Ekkosoft does, that is not like a DSIM, is it learns the thermodynamics of the room, makes suggestions as to how to optimize it, and then it relearns the room. So it's like a step-by-step process to optimize the room, and over a short period of time, you can get to a very optimized state. It knows how the cooling units are affecting the racks, and it can spot anomalies in performance, as Nick just said, before there are real problems, which is essentially real-time predictive analytics from a live digital twin of the data center. And like you said, Phil, unlike many DSIM installations, we can actually deliver value really fast. We can install in a number of weeks. And the ROI of Ekkosoft is generally under 24 months.
Okay, and before we finish, and maybe just pivoting a bit, it'd be good to get a bit of an update as to other things that are going on. Because as you say, Nick, we chatted a while back about I think the modular prefabricated data centers that you'd introduced, and I'm just wondering how that's going, and also clearly high densities, or the densities are getting higher, so whether that's something. And also I know that the edge has been talked about for many years and is perhaps on the brink of finally delivering with AI edge is being talked about quite a lot. So just whether that's driving where you're going as well.
It's almost like somebody turned a switch. So it was 5 to 10 kilowatts a rack, 5 to 10 kilowatts a rack, maybe 10 kilowatts a rack, moving, and it was going really well. It is going really well. Sorry. People looking for traditional facilities, and that's absolutely fine. And then it's almost like somebody flicked a switch, and now we're kind of looking at, what about 50 kilowatts a rack? What about 100 kilowatts a rack? What about 10 racks and a megawatt of capacity? The landscape has completely changed. It feels like almost overnight. I don't know whether it's what NVIDIA have been doing, or I don't know whether it's the government announcements or just the press. Something's changed, and now it is all liquid. It's all direct to chip. It's all precision, immersion, and DLC. It's just, I don't know. So I would say the inquiries have gone from maybe 10% around liquid, 90% around traditional. It's probably gone in exactly the opposite. It's all hybrid, so everyone needs an element of air cooling, because there are still, if you're looking at a cold plate, for example, or direct to chip, you've still got fans in the servers, in the devices. So we're looking very much at hybrid environments, but the majority now, the clear majority, are high density, super high density, liquid cooling. We've got some news coming out in a few months' time about a piece of work that we've just done with one of the manufacturers in that space. But yeah, step change. As I said, it's almost like it's gone, completely flipped. So bonkers, absolutely bonkers. So yeah, really well. It's really, really good. But it all plays into it's all part of this same thing. And the beauty is with working with people like Venessa and Ekkosense is that we're still monitoring all that critical infrastructure. We still need to monitor the external units. We need to know how they're performing. We still need to have a balanced view and good levels of visibility of what's going on inside a modular facility. And if we're deploying 5 or 10 of these devices, the ability to centrally manage all of those units without even needing a network connection is a very important part of what we're offering customers, and that's where Ekkosense sits beautifully in that evolution of the mod DC world.
Okay, yeah, and in terms of Ekkosense, Venessa, just be good to understand. I mean, possibly a little bit, as Nick has explained, with the high density sun income. I mean, clearly sustainability, energy efficiency been around for a while, but there does seem to be data centers are sort of ramping up, we say, their activities around this, maybe driven by various bits of legislation out there, etc. So just it'd be good to understand the traction you're getting, in terms of helping customers with that, and also, I guess, somewhat related, I think also you've expanded into the States, so just be good to understand how that bit of the business is going. So if that's not too complicated a question, if you can give us some detail, that'd be great.
Yeah, sure. So very quickly on the expansion side, we are very busy in the US, but we've also got a presence in Australia. So we're very, very busy around the globe now. And on the sustainability front, so there's a lot of legislation coming out in Europe, as you probably know, the Energy Efficiency Directive, CSRD. Those are really impacting, or they should be impacting people right now, actually. And any company outside Europe who has a presence in Europe, they're potentially still affected by this legislation as well. Most of them are requiring KPIs from the ISO 30134 standards, and those, or the FM side of those, are actually built into the platform. So you always get those metrics actually, for all year long. You can go back on your data and see how you've improved as well. So all of that's built into the software platform.
Okay, and then maybe a bit of crystal ball gazing. If we were to catch up again, which hopefully we will, but in 12 months down the line, what would each party in this partnership hope to have benefited by? What would be the hopes or the objectives of the partnership over that sort of period of time?
Well, the hope from our perspective certainly is to have a number of Ekkosense sites having been deployed and being supported. There's a few that we're working on already in the world of sports and retail. So that's exciting, and obviously forming a part of the modular DC offer. So definitely some wins, some case studies by the time we've spoken in the next 6 months, hopefully.
I think it's very exciting that we're able to see the growth through our partner base. I've only been in the role since December last year, and I think it's fabulous that we're able to forge great partnerships like this in the UK and across EMEA.
Okay, it's been lovely to chat to you both. Some nice positive news as to what's going on, and some great insights as well as to some of the industry issues. So Venessa and Nick, really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.